So I have here the DJI RS3 Mini. Now, I just have to say right now, if you are considering it, you should definitely just go ahead and get it because I love this gimbal. This thing is fantastic. But today, I actually wanted to highlight 5 cool things that makes this gimbal fantastic.
Mr. Black.
By the way, welcome to the channel. My name is Danny Black. I love to share with you cool gear that comes my way. If you like that kind of stuff and you're a stranger, don't be a stranger. Click that button right here. Also, if you can click that one, that would help out a lot. I'll put links to everything down in the description, plus a surprise link, so check it out. So number 1 on this list is that you can shoot this in vertical mode. And to do that, you actually just take the camera off and it actually slides down in place and clicks in right there. With other gimbals, when they're shooting in vertical mode, they use the motors a lot more and it just doesn't look as good. You'll get a little bit more jitters to it. So when you do it this way, it looks smooth. And here's the deal. When working with big brands nowadays, they're wanting to do vertical videos more and more and more with stories, reels, TikTok videos. This is just how a lot of companies want their content. And being able to shoot it in vertical mode is just so much better than, actually having a 16:9 and having to crop in really close to my face to get that vertical mode. You actually just shoot it all like this. And it does a really good job keeping it nice and stable. Number 2 is the size of the Mini compared to the SC. This is called the Mini, and yes, it's like a Mini. And if you held this in your hands, you'll really notice just how small this is. But also, it being small doesn't stop it from holding my bigger and heavier lenses. And it even works with my screen sticking out. Now, next week, I'll actually do a bigger comparison between the SC and the Mini because a lot of people are asking if it's worth the upgrade, and we'll dive into that. But for now, you can see a big difference in the size. Number 3 is track mode. And honestly, this is a very underrated feature. So basically through the app, and yeah, you can do this with all the other DJI gimbals as well, but I wanted to highlight it on this one because this might be your first gimbal. And especially if you are new to gimbals, they can be really tricky. And some of these shots can take a lot of skill and a lot of time to master because you have joysticks, you have panning up and down and all that stuff. But with the app, you can actually go through and set up that really complicated shot. And then you just run that sequence as you're moving and it does all of the rest. Number 4 is custom mode. So if pan follow or pan tilt follow or FPV or even 3D roll isn't working right for you, you can use the custom mode. So with the custom mode, you can actually set it to be just tilt axis or tilt and roll or tilt and pan or any combination of those. But this gives you a lot more freedom when you're using the gimbal. And also, while we're here, I just want to add that sport mode is very handy on here. And you can access that by holding the M button and double tapping on the trigger. So if like a car was passing by and you needed to get that quick shot, see how fast that follows? So when you're not in sport mode, it takes its time to catch up to that shot. And the last thing on the list is this briefcase handle. And I know this is an extra accessory that you have to buy, but to me, this makes the gimbal. This makes it so much easier to get even more stable shots. And there's so many ways that you can use this. It clips in nice and easily here on the side and it's in there good, it's tight. And then you have a couple of different screw mounts that you can put some accessories on. You have a cold shoe mount down here and this is adjustable right here. So you can actually flip this handle up. You can flip this around to the other side. You can hold it like this. And then if you want to get those low to the ground shots, you can hold this like a briefcase and you can set it down like that and you can get those really low to the ground shots. I mean, the gimbal is already light, but when you have like heavier lenses and a heavier camera and you're holding this for like an hour, it starts to get really heavy. So having a grip like this just makes it that much more comfortable to use and just helps you get even more creative with your shots. And that's the important part. So that's a list of 5 things I wanted to share with you today. But I mean, there's much more we could talk about, like the touchscreen's amazing, or even like the zoom and focus wheel, that's amazing. There's a lot more custom settings, but we'll save that for future videos and I'll be sure to tell you all about it. But it's a great gimbal. And if you've made it this far in the video, thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned and see you next time.